So for the longest time on this channel, I didn't show my face recently because I gained a considerable amount of weight. And obviously with that comes a lot of people that hate you for existing. They hate you for being fat. They hate you. They have hate in their hearts for you being who you are at that moment in time. It's funny. I've lived to 31 years old right now. And I have gained and lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds at this point in time. I've had like 2 glow ups, 1 mega glow up. But you know, for anybody that doesn't know, I've struggled with my weight my entire life, and it's something that doesn't really affect me that much when people give me crap for it, because I've been dealing with that since middle school, probably earlier. I don't know. I was pretty popular in elementary school, as popular as you can be in an elementary school setting. So I feel like I didn't get a lot of hate back then, a real smattering, but once I got into middle school, we moved schools and I didn't know anybody, and I carried that confidence from elementary school into middle school, but it was a slow revelation to me that, oh, I'm fat and people don't like that, you know? So I've been dealing with it for my whole life. So to receive really, really vitriolic comments, you know, in this day and age is nothing new to me. You know, it's not just like, hey, you're fat, you should work on yourself. It's more like basically, hey, you're fat, you should die, which I'm getting now, which is interesting. And some people say, oh, I don't see these comments. What are you talking about? I remove them. I delete them. And that's simply because I don't want people that just have outward hate in their hearts and only hate to give to be on this channel. I would rather not interact at all. I don't ever interact with haters at all. Like, I will, if someone's just blatantly hating, throwing hate out there, they're just gone. I don't give them a second chance. They're just removed. So that's why, I mean, a lot of people don't see the comments, because I read the comments and I just remove them if they have nothing to do but offer pure hate. A lot of people don't do this on YouTube. It's weird. A lot of people, you know, because I watch a lot of YouTube channels, they look at a lot of comment sections to see the reactions to certain videos and stuff. A lot of people keep their haters. Yeah, no, I don't have any. I don't care if it hurts the algorithm because I'm losing out on comment participation. I'd rather never interact with people that have nothing to give but, you know, blackness in their heart. Yeah, I'd rather never interact with them. So that's the way that I do it. But I guess the reason I'm making this video here, because originally this was supposed to be a Morrowind, my last Morrowind video that I have in the tank before we switch to full-time Super Mario Sunshine. The reason I'm making it is because I made a thanks video probably yesterday. I think I'm uploading this Sunday, and then, you know, the thanks video went up Saturday for Sup Saturdays. And I got more hate on that video than I got on the previous, like, Sup Saturdays that was super emotional and whatever. Which is weird, because I assumed I would get a bunch of hate for that one, but not for literally thanking people. What the hell? I woke up and I read some of these comments, and, you know, again, you have some smattering of like, oh my God, you're so fat and disgusting, monster. You know, again, which, whatever. I think if I didn't know that I could get into shape again, because, again, I've gained and lost so much weight at this point in time, I think those comments would affect me maybe, but it's a thing that I know is in my control. It's a thing that I'm currently working for, which we'll talk in this video, what I'm doing to get back into being healthy again. So it's like a thing of like, okay, I mean, I know I can change it. It doesn't really affect me that much if you hate who I am currently based on my physical appearance, you know? But then other hate where it was like, I'm tired of all this clickbait stuff. It was like, bro, I titled the video thanks, and I was thanking people for the response from the previous video. What? And like, genuinely, listen to my words here. If you're one of those people that like hates that I thanked people and think that that's clickbait for the amazing response to the previous video, yes, unsubscribe. I'd rather not have you on this channel. I don't care how many people unsubscribe based on that. Leave. That's, first of all, how is that even clickbait? I guess it's because people think whenever a YouTuber uploads something vague like thanks, they're like leaving or something. I titled it thanks because I was thanking people for the amazing response that I was not expecting at all from the previous Sup Saturdays. So that really just, I woke up and I read those comments, and, you know, granted, most of the comments were very supportive, but there was just like 2 to 5 or something that were just like, what's with the clickbait? You really need to stop making videos like this. And I was like, bro, I made a thank you video trying to be thankful and gracious for the reaction. So that's kind of just, it's kind of, what I talked about in 2 Sup Saturdays ago, people, the hatred that exists. And a lot of people left comments that I very much agree with. Like, we live in a society now that really glorifies being toxic, hating people, this culture of toxicity. Yeah, I have to agree, man. It's all I see every day on Twitter. I'm not somebody that's like, I'm gonna leave Twitter. I can't stand the toxicity. It's like, okay, you can compartmentalize it, right? So you realize this is not you, this is not your loved ones, this is other people on the internet. But yeah, there's a lot of hate. I mean, there's a lot of, I see a lot of people hating on things. It's why I don't really watch like hate YouTubers anymore. I won't say any names because I do kind of respect these people for the niche they've carved out, but people that, like criticize films and stuff, like I'll watch those channels and I'll realize like they criticize almost everything. And and I get that's their job, but at the same time, it's like, man, it really feels like they want to pick out the negative things of stuff as opposed to trying to see the good in this media. So I used to watch a lot of like film reviewers and music reviewers, you can probably guess who. And eventually some of them, not all of them, but some of them I was just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. It doesn't really scratch my itch. So to the people leaving comments about like, we live in a hate society, we live in a toxic society, whatever like that. I agree. I mean, not everybody obviously, but like I do think there's definitely a level of people that geared towards that. And, I'm a human. I obviously have my bad days where I definitely focus on the negative and stuff like that too. But like, yeah, it's a bizarre thing to me to upload a video trying to thank my viewers and then seeing some pushback on that and being, it being called clickbait. I guess because they clicked it and they just thought I was like trying to trick people into thinking I was leaving. That was not my intention at all. You can choose to believe me or not. I just literally want to thank people. So that's one component of this video. The other component is the whole weight thing. I have gotten more hate than I've ever gotten based on my physical appearance in my entire life. Again, it's not something that really gets to me, and you could say, well, you're making a video about it. I mean, sure, I just want to like kind of talk about where I am with it and also what I'm doing to reverse it. Yeah, to those people, just like 2 Sup Saturdays ago, I have nothing to do with it. You can leave your hate comment, and I'll see it, and I'll remove you. You go for it. That's up to you. You got to understand at the end of the day, I'm 31 years old and I hold the 4 Agreements book very dear to my heart. And there's a part of that book which says, don't take anything personally, that I absolutely agree with. Meaning if you impart hate unto me, I know it's your hate. You have something stemming in your life that makes you want to hurt others. And that doesn't affect me. It's something that I know. I mean, granted, you could probably find something about me that like would get to me. Probably my loved ones, because that's usually the only thing I care about is like when people go after my loved ones, which no one should ever do. That's a disgusting act. But yeah, it's a great freedom in knowing that you cannot take things personally. You can realize if someone comes up on the street. And the writer of the book says a great thing where he's like, even if someone runs up and shoots you in the head, it's not personal in that moment. And I totally agree with that. It's like, yeah, of course it's not. I mean, obviously that person's so, filled with rage and hatred that they want to do something as drastic as that. It's nothing to do with you. It's with them. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is, to those that are going to hate on my current physical appearance, and when I say hate, I mean hate. I don't mean constructive criticism. I don't mean like, hey man, I'm concerned for you. What's going on with you? How you hanging in there? Blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about like hatred. Like there's a difference. You leave your comment and I'll read it and it'll be deleted and you'll be banned from the channel. It is what it is. Now, ending on a positive note, I like how people leave comments as if I'm not aware of my current physical appearance. I like how people, say things like, what happened? I gained weight. That's what happened. If you're unaware, very often people will lose a ton of weight and then gain it back and then also gain back a lot as well on top of that. That's what happened to me. I rebounded, I rubber banded, and I gained a ton of weight back. It's not rocket science. We don't need to study this in a lab. It's pretty clear and straight cut. But, some people are like, just, can we unravel the mystery of what went on here? I gained weight, I lost weight, I gained weight, I lost weight. It's happened, this time, the next time that I lose weight, I have to figure out how to stop rubber banding, which ultimately results in having a healthy relationship with food. This is something that I'm aware of. I think I'll always have a food addiction, but I can lift off some of the restrictions off of myself that create such a all or nothing mentality, and I'm learning this as I'm getting into my 30s. So we'll end this on a positive note. What am I doing? What is the current plan? Well, I think 2 days ago or so, at the time of you're watching this video, 2 to 3 days ago, I made a new master list file, which I would love to share with people should it work. And the only reason I don't say because it will work, the only reason I'm not so confident in that is just because in the past, I've made lists of goals, and my success rate is iffy depending on the list of goals. Sometimes I've stuck to every single goal and succeeded massively. Other times I have, it's taken a couple of tries until something stuck. First time I ever lost significant weight in my life, it took like the third or fourth serious try before it stuck, and I got really healthy. But anyways, I have a master list file of not only calorie counting, which I'll be sticking to 2,500 calories a day, averaging 17,500 calories a week. The major component here is if I do go above that, it's not the end of the world, and I need to not reset and have a reset mentality, because that is the killer. Let's say I go 18,000 calories. I always misspeak when I talk about calories. 2,500 calories a day average, 17,500 calories a week is what I'm shooting for. And that will give me steady, healthy weight loss, over time. So that's the main one. And there's a bunch of other goals, which blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I care, obviously, but we'll talk about those in the future, I guess. The main thing regarding weight is no binging, no purging. This has been a new development in my life over the past couple of years, where I have learned the cheat code. Oh, you can eat a lot of food and then purge it and cut the calories. And that leads to bulimia, which is a very unhealthy way to live. Luckily, I don't, it's very rarely that I do it these days. It was a problem like last year. It was getting to be, this is actually like, I'm literally turning bulimic now. Wonderful. So anyways, no binging, no purging. Sticking to 17,500 calories a week. If I do mess up, I messed up. Move on. Don't just have a reset mentality of time to binge and go crazy and then restart. I'm going to check this file just to see if there's anything else I'm missing. Drinking water every day, getting good sleep, obviously. Oh, alcohol. Yeah. Cut out alcohol completely. I've dabbled with it. I've cut it out completely. And then I've also tried to introduce a little bit here and there. But again, at the end of the day, it's what is the point of alcohol? It's just a poison that you consume that costs money. And yeah, it makes things a little bit of fun for a little bit, but there's just no point. So I've cut alcohol out entirely, which I was trying to avoid cutting anything out entirely because I feel like that makes you want it all the more, obviously, but there's just no point. So big ones are 17,500 calories a week, which is steady weight loss. And then also, cutting out alcohol, which is huge because I've never counted alcohol ever. It's just been like a little trick because I can burn a lot. I have a lot of calories because I'm a big dude. So I've never had to count alcohol calories because I still lose weight even consuming. So that's big. That's extra weight loss. So that's what I'm doing to get healthy again. And I might fail. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I said, I would love to just say, and that's what's going to happen. And I will slowly lose weight. I might fail and it might take a couple of times to stick. Hopefully not. I mean, I'm feeling pretty motivated in the last 3 days or so. I've been doing well with it. But yeah, I mean, to the people that want to see me succeed again and are there for me and are rooting for me and are here, imagine the thought of people subscribe to you on YouTube and want to see you in a good place. What a bizarre thought. And obviously that's 95% of commenters, but it's that loud minority that just why are you here? I don't want you here. Why are you here? Go away. You're nasty. Go away. Kind of cringe, bro. You're just sticking around like a little remora on a shark or something. One of those little Remoraid Pokemon that stick on like a little maggot, leeching off of something. the Schadenfreude, of this guy gained weight. It's just nasty. Ugh, I want nothing to do with you. I will never interact with you, ever, ever. I just want to never, ever be in the same internet space as you. So yeah, it's I guess, to recap, once again, I said this 2 weeks ago on the Sup Saturdays. That was really, really surprising, based on the reaction. People, I was so unprepared for how supportive people were. And again, thank you. Am I Hitler for making a thank you video to my fans? What the hell is going on in this day and age, dude? I understand, like, YouTubers all the time will, like, manipulate people with videos like that. There was no intent in my mind for a second at all to be like, oh, I hope, by the way, I don't monetize these videos, these update videos. So I hope I get extra views on this unmonetized video by tricking people to click. That was never ugh. So anyways, yeah, I got to wrap it up because I'm just getting ranty now, but to the people, 2 weeks ago on the Sub Saturdays, I said the same thing, which was, to those of you that are sticking around to hate or don't like my content or just leave hateful, mean stuff, whatever, why are you here? Move on. Go watch somebody else. I'm not keeping, like, you trapped in a prison here. You can leave. You don't need to watch my stuff if you don't like me or my content. Move on. And I know some people are not going to be able to. You require the Schadenfreude. You require the negativity in your life to feast on. I get that. But to the people that have some agency in moving on, move on. Why are you here? To the people that support, again, massive thank you. We have more patrons than we've ever had in the past. And obviously that shouldn't be like a direct metric to how well you're doing or anything like that. But I've never felt anything close to this amount of support on Patreon, which is obviously just like a way that people are really showing they like your stuff and want to support it, like literally with money. So thank you to the patrons, and thank you to the people that leave such lovely comments. Again, 90 to 95% of it is nice and good stuff, but it's just that vocal minority that's just like, what is going on here? And yeah, as far as the weight, like, yeah, I'm aware. I have a mirror. Mirrors exist. I don't need to be told on stream and in videos, you gained a lot of weight. Thank you. Thank you so much. I had no clue at all. And I'm taking steps currently to try to get back on track and slowly and healthily lose weight. And once again, have a glow up. I don't even care about the glow up though. It's more so, again, having a healthy relationship with food and getting back on track in a healthy mindset to not rubber band again. Because it doesn't matter if I lose 100, 200, 300 pounds if I'm just going to gain it all back again in the future. So I have to stop that here. But it's funny just how people, if you're skinny and hot and good looking and whatever, like, people assume everything's right in your life. If you're not, people are, what happened? What went on here? Bro, I'm probably happier now than I was when I was like, hot during Elden Ring's release and all that, and getting a lot of probably attention just for my looks or whatever. It's just a weird, skewed world, man. So anyways, just want to get all that off my chest because, yeah, I just, if you're just here to constantly barb at my side, I don't want you. You're nasty. You're somebody that I don't like and will never like and will never want to interact with on any level. And obviously the opposite for the people that support me and what I do. So it is what it is. One last thing is that, the next series will be Super Mario Sunshine. We're going to do it from start to finish, like 5 episodes a week or 4 episodes a week, whatever it is. The Coffin of Andy and Laylee will continue as well on Wednesdays. So basically Wednesdays will be Why Not Wednesdays with the Coffin of Andy and Laylee. And then every other day will be Super Mario Sunshine until we beat it. We'll move on to something else. And then also Sup Saturdays, probably on Saturdays, where I was hoping to do a tier list and have some fun. But man, some of you guys are just really rude. Capital R, rude. Some people are rude. Some people are downright psychopathic. But like I said, it is what it is, the internet. It's going to always be what it is. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I always love uploading videos like this, like I said, because I'm very chaotic, and I love just seeing what people think about, stuff like this. So, yeah. I'll see you all I might upload this Saturday. Now that I'm thinking, I just want to see the response. I've got Dungeons and Dragons today, so like in the downtime to like read the comments and like see what people think. That could be cool. And then we could upload more one tomorrow, and then refresh it because I have one more episode, and then refresh it for Super Mario Sunshine on Monday. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Check out the Patreon if you like to support. Like I said, we have the most people ever, and also there's a lot of good perks there and a lot of extra content as well. I'll see you next time. Bye.